Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Todd, and I would like to give you a little introduction to what their homework will be for next week. And I'll post this under Google Classroom, under the homework classroom that they have. It's a little bit different than a writing blog. This next week that's coming up, we're going to go over overused words and what words we can use to replace it. We're going through the whole writing process, and we're talking about that the main goal is to well, there's a couple of goals, of course, to make sure that they're getting their point across and they're sticking to the same topic, but also more importantly is to make sure that the writing is interesting, it hooks the reader, and the reader won't want to abandon their work and their work as writers. So a way to do that to make their writing more interesting is to make sure that they're replacing those overused words with more interesting ones. So this is their chance to learn and build their vocabulary. So this is a individualized slide, so they're going to go through every single one at their own pace. So once they get to this slide, it says, "Here lies the word scared," and there's a little animated um, figure there. So more lively words than scared. So I have to think about what word can I use besides scared that might be a little bit more interesting. We call them sparkle words, or just words that just sound better or just will hook the reader. So I want them to think about their vocabulary words first before they just decide to research. So if they can't think of one, then they can click on the tools button up here and they can click research. Everything in their email is Google affiliated. It's a Gmail. So that's why it links to Google when they click tools and research. So really, instead of going to a new link, they can research images, videos, all that kind of stuff. Here's a dictionary. They're very familiar. We've talked about in third grade what the word synonyms are. So they can type in synonyms. Oops. Scared synonyms. And there's a list of all the synonyms. They can just click on one of these. It'll open up another link. And here's some good ones. So try to pick one that is interesting to them, that has also the same meaning as scared. They'll go back to their slide and they'll type it in. And of course, they're going to spell it correctly because it's all right there. So all they're doing is transferring it over. And this is something that I don't want them to just abandon. Try to study those words and incorporate it in their writing, whether it's in class or the next time we have a writing blog. So some of these things are blank, like scared was blank, but I just included the words for also. These are sort of like transitional ones that I just want them to get familiar with. Awesome, we can replace it. Again, the same concept. Tools, research, Google awesome synonyms, plug it in, and all the different words. Nice, funny, good, very. Then these are transitional words. We're talking about how we transition from one topic to another, or connecting our sentences with words like this. And then is just overused. No one wants to read a paper that says then this, then this, then this, then this. Because really you're supposed to blow up the moment, zoom in on it, and elaborate, and then use more interesting transition words. Mad, but, awful. And then here's a little quiz. Once they get toward the end, which is 16, they can then click present, and it's a little bit interactive. The candy corn was on the top of the candy list, but chocolate bars won the candy survey. Oops, sorry. They'll click forward, and they have to think about what was the overused word that we just studied. Well, the word was but. So if they get the answer wrong, they'll say, oops, grave mistake, try again. So they go back, they try again. They'll click but, and it says spectacular work. And the thing that I like about this is then they show a different word or different words that you can use, and then they give an example of it in a sentence. We talked about compound sentences, and this is two sentences joined together. And please share this video with them, so it's not just you listening to it. So as the candy corn was on top of the candy list, that's the subject and predicate, and however is the conjunction that's linking the two sentences together, and here's the other subject, predicate. So it gives them these sparkle words, these more interesting words, but in context. Again, they'll go through all of it. And I'm just going to click forward so I can get to the end. So this is an optional assignment, and I always say optional because I hope they're willing to go above and beyond. If they really are enjoying this, then I can extend it for 2 weeks. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I always want to give the students choice. So what they could do is, this wasn't here, I just added it a second ago. So let me delete this slide. If they're interested, here are other words that should be, as it says, laid to rest. So they can click on the word happy, and that definitely is, they don't click on it, but that definitely is an overused word. What they could do is go slide, new slide, and underneath that, they can click to add a title. So they can click happy, and of course at the very end, I always suggest finish it, and then you can go back and make it a little bit more interesting. Happy, and then do the same concept. Go find a better word for it. They can, of course, do as many as they like. So I'm going to post this into Google Classroom for their next homework assignment. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to let me know. Please ask. I hope they enjoy this, and thank you guys for watching.